Nice to be back again.
Yes, it's Christmas Eve.
That's right.
So we are, like a Santa Rina or
elf.
elf.
Well, whichever you decide, whether elf is better or Santorina. Okay, give us some time. We're going to share to the group so we can have more people to join us for this chat.
Yeah, so give us a
As always, yes, we love to have more people in our community. Yeah. Hope everyone has been doing really well, and I believe because it's Christmas period, so some people may have already on a break till probably 2021. I know some offices are already closed, so taking a long break before they enter the new year. Not for us, we'll always be around. So just give us a moment.
Should I play in the background?
Okay, I don't mind.
I hope
some
there's
music.
no ads. Yeah.
What happened?
Oh my.
Oh.
Can everybody hear her?
Crouch.
Give me
Yes.
a wow.
We are trying to be heard clearer. I just noticed as well. Even if you don't say, I don't remember. That shows.
Yeah, so we need to be very professional in delivering our content, especially doing live video. So at any time, if we are not clear, please leave in the comments so that we are aware and able to adjust.
Can you hear us clearer now? That's a lot better, isn't it? Okay. So I am done sharing to the groups. Yes. Okay, let me just. Okay. Right.
Sorry.
We're going to wait a little while for more people to
Yes,
join
come
us.
in and join us.
Come in and don't leave the group, okay? Come in
and chat.
Yes.
Say hi.
And please come
Leave your location.
to stay for the energy.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I think someone just joined us.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for joining us. So we are just gonna wait another minute or so to have more people to come in to join us for this chat. Today we are going to share something that is, I'm very, very certain, is very relevant to a lot of people now.
Yeah.
Especially after the transition into the 5D. Okay,
Yes.
after the Great Conjunction, the day that we were so anticipated for.
Yeah. Okay. So, welcome to Connected Soul. I'm Crystal.
I'm Winnie.
Yeah. So, Connected Soul is a Singapore platform where we produce conscious media and high energy products to connect to your inner self, okay, to connect to your inner world and to discover who you really are. So, why is it important to connect to our inner self?
Well, it is to find your higher purpose in life and to understand the importance of self-love. Self-love, it is really very important. If you can't love yourself enough, you can't love others more, okay? And to be self-aware and to develop peace of mind, ability to recenter your emotion, relationships, and most importantly, to be connected with the divine energy, which is the universe. So we are on Facebook Live every Thursday, 11:30 or 11 or 11:30
About
Singapore
11,
time.
yeah.
So in US now probably is about 8 plus 10 plus at night, right?
Yeah, about
it's
there.
in between around this timing. So do check your local timing to join us, and we always welcome people to come on live to chat with us. Okay, we can also be found on other social media platform, Instagram, YouTube, and also our own personal TikTok as
Yeah.
well. Okay, our own TikTok, we create pretty different content, more of on our own so-called psychic ability. Okay,
Yeah.
so for you, what is your handle?
My handle is
What's your name?
everything grateful. Everything grateful.
Yes, and I am Hello Unicorn Pool Rainbow. Yes, you can find all this information in our description as well. Okay, right. So before we start, as always, I like to cleanse the energy for everyone first. Okay. Things that we love to use. Hello Santo. Yeah. So whoever join us for this session, I'm cleansing your energy first before we start, and even for ourselves as well. Cleanse this energy for a very, very high vibrational discussion. All right. Welcome everyone.
Welcome.
Yes. Okay. Now, if you join us or you follow us closely on social media, right, especially our Facebook, you have noticed that we did about an hour session of guided meditation
Yeah.
for the Great Conjunction, okay? And I tell you, I really, really sense the difference.
Me too.
Especially that of all the posts that we have been doing over the months, right? That post went viral. You know,
Yeah.
the energy actually started right before we even did the guided meditation. Yeah. So definitely, if you believe that, you know, you are part of this community, yes, okay, we are all together as a high vibrational community, because the existence of our platform is really to be together with you know, the awakened ones, or also to help others to be awakened as well.
Yeah.
All right, doesn't matter if you are aware what is awakening or not, as long as you feel that you're connected to us, just come. Okay, even if you want to DM us, send us a message, because we do get DMs as well. Some questions and about, you know, our awakening journey, anything, really anything. Yeah,
So take it that we are just your online friend.
correct.
You know, sharing a personal experience, and you know, just some energy exchange.
Correct.
You may discover that you know, something that you are not aware of, and it can be helpful in your spiritual journey.
I want to also emphasize that this is a space of no judgment. Okay, we only allow positive vibe, meaning don't be afraid to come forward to us with, like, you know, if you have some questions or uncertainty that you feel, don't feel that, oh, you know, that's so negative, that's so low, I shouldn't be sharing here. You can, because we're supposed to elevate one another. Okay, the kind of negative things that I'm talking about is someone comes in and spam, and then do some negative talk, some sarcasm, all those. Turn left out of the door, please.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. So, Crystal, tell me, did you sense anything maybe just before the Great Conjunction, before the 21st?
Well, in fact, the few days leading up to the 21st, I do experience a lot of incident where it sort of
Test patience.
test my patience. So and I'm I tried to be very mindful, to not to be affected by all these, little incidents that could potentially, change my emotions and things like that. So, and on the 21st where we did the meditation, so I do feel that, especially towards the end of the day, there's a sense of lightness.
Yep.
And a very strong feeling of very loved and protected kind of feel. It's something that it's very hard to verbalize that kind of feeling. Yeah, but it's very serene, very calm, very peaceful. And right after that day, so which is like, few days, until today, I do notice also that there is also some people, or even like some conversations that I heard of, and it also I feel very draining, especially after hearing certain things that are not so high vibe. Yeah. And as much as I wanted to help that person to to raise the vibration, but it really comes down to their
individual.
Correct. Yeah. Because there is only so much that I can do. I can lend that person listening ear, give her some advice and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's really up to that person's whether they want to change their mindset, whether they are willing to try something that is out of their usual routine. Yeah. So I guess after the 21st, the Great Conjunction, it is even more evidence that when we are moving into the 5D world,
you can sense the difference.
Correct. You can literally,
I
mean, for me personally, I can really feel the difference between who is in a high vibe zone and who's not. And when I'm with the low, the low energy, people, when I'm hanging out with them, I do feel so draining, so draining. Yeah. But of course, at the same time, I'm also being very mindful to not being affected by all this energy, and just be very conscious about the kind of energy that I want to give out and the energy that I want to receive. Yeah.
And also very important to shield yourself, shield your energy before you meet people. But because people we mingle with, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, many times it's our close friends, our family,
Yeah.
and with our close friend and family, we tend to forget that we need to so-called shield or protect our energy as well.
Because I think we are also so used to having them around.
Correct.
And we don't feel the need to really protect ourselves in a way. But I think it's very important that regardless who you are dealing with,
correct,
always shield yourself first. And I think, in fact, before I met this person, right, I already have this intuition that I need to shield myself. Yeah. And I guess perhaps I wasn't done it in a very intense way. So during the conversation, it just got so draining. And so it's very important to always shield yourself. If you are not sure how to do it, ask us. Okay,
yes, we will do a guided meditation. Couple of minutes kind of thing. Make it fast so that you can just use it on a daily basis. Okay. So, like for me, right, because I'm actually very sensitive to like my higher purpose. So it got so apparent for me that I will know kind of a timeline, what's next, what's coming up, that kind of thing. And it has been like about 4 weeks already that I could feel that there's something else coming up. And I always tell her, it's coming, my next assignment is coming, kind of thing. So jokingly, of course, we say things like that. But you can really feel that there's something else, there's another upgrading or ascension that's coming. So for me, and it was more of really so-called coming to the front line in a way.
Yeah.
You know, things that we're doing now, doing on social media, posting a discussion group like that, it is definitely frontline, all right? But it is still a very energy exchanging, chatting kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's still very lighthearted. But when we start doing, because now right now, right, we are actually going into really more of the guided meditation, writing programs, and also coming up with like a 21 days meditation program as well, which will be launched next year. So in the spirituality wise, right, it is really very frontline now, okay? And for myself, because I do more of so-called the frontline thing that I will conduct, right?
Yeah.
So Crystal will do more of the back-end support things as well. I really felt that I got hit quite drastically. And my energy recently, I could feel that it was dropping, especially right before the Great Conjunction. I felt it. It was so obvious that it was pulling me down emotionally, which I had never felt this kind of emotion drain for the whole of 2020. Can you believe it? The whole of 2020. Okay. So much so that I start hearing voices. Okay. Which is fine. I mean, when you're intuitive, right, you will hear. Okay. Now, I was sharing with her how drastic those voices were getting. Because when you are ascending, right, especially for the period of time that you're going to move from 3D to 5D, and as so-called a guide to do that, right, obviously I should be stopped by the dark side, right? Yeah. So I hear voices like, I hear things like in the mind as well playing and say that, hey, you know, you're not worth to do this, and all those kind of things, and the past memory and things keep surfacing, it keeps surfacing. At the same time, you can call that shadow work. Yes, shadow work will happen now. And because shadow work happens now, to do releasement totally, right? Because I have mentioned it many times about doing releasement before you step into the Great Conjunction energy. So it will happen. But you must remember that because the shadows are surfacing, okay, the duality, so the dark side will always also want to
distract.
And at the same time keep telling me, and then, you know, I was sharing with her and she said, oh, that's scary. To the point that I heard things like, hey, you know, you're really not worth being around here at all. You should just get over with this 3D life, you know, and just move to wherever you want. That was such a deceitful lie. I'm like, shut up, you, whoever is trying to speak to my mind, get off and shut up. You must be daring enough to say that, okay, you must identify that not all voices inside is your voice, okay? So when I told her these are the things that I've been hearing consistently for about, I think, a good 3 days before the Great Conjunction meditation, she told me that's so scary. I said, yeah, don't worry about it, you know, because I talk it out. It's so important to have, I mentioned about having a brother keeper, right? So for us, it's spiritual buddy. Soul sister, so we will help each other, encourage each other, and speak it out. Okay, so that had helped me through pretty well. And during the meditation, that when I was guiding it through, right, I could really sense the energy was so strong, as in the good energy. Literally felt like I am stepping into another place, kind of feeling, and exactly how I felt. The whole of Monday, right, moving into it, there's a deep sense of serenity. There's a deep sense of love encompass me, that kind of feeling. And at the same time, when I shared that, you know, we're going to come up with a healing session, meditation for women, specifically for women, okay? So I thought, well, it's going to be like maybe a 15-20 minutes kind of thing. So it's definitely not a lot more preparation than Great Conjunction. I was wrong, I tell you. So this yesterday, I didn't go through it well. So she was wondering what happened. I said, I don't know. It was a very strange feeling in the morning. I had this very deep emotion disruption and feeling sad, that kind of feeling, and all the negative things keep coming in. And then I heard this saying that you can't even handle your own emotion. How are you supposed to do a meditation? who are you to do it? You know, that kind of thing. And you know, one of the way that you can discharge bad energy, and also to restore your good energy, is getting out to the nature. And I'm someone who needs to get out.
Yeah.
I must connect with the nature every day, and it helps me a lot. So the moment about afternoon when I felt my energy is super low already, right? I got up, went out and cycled for about an hour and a half, and the moment I got back, right, it was a total change. I had just, I don't even know how to describe.
This is why it is very important to hang out in the nature.
Correct.
Yeah, because the nature has its
The elements to
correct,
heal you,
to
really.
heal, to cleanse.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're feeling down, or you know, suddenly you just feel like out of track, just hang out in the nature.
Yeah, just go out for a walk.
Yeah.
It helps a lot. I don't know how to describe the change of that emotion. It was so different because when my friend was chatting with me, they could actually sense that, hey, are you alright? I'm like, not that perfect, not that good. I say, you're usually very, very jovial, and I'm like, I know, and I just don't feel like talking. But like in the evening or nighttime when my friend checked on me again, are you feeling better now? I was like, seriously, I am normal. They're like, what happened? How can you change so drastically? Then I told her, I said, hey, I know what's happening. It is a so-called spiritual attack. Because I have committed myself to do the meditation, right? So obviously the dark forces is trying to stop me from delivering this cleansing, this spiritual healing for women out there, okay? If you are sensing all those things, it is normal. All you need to do is to keep your mind focused. Know that whatever voices you're hearing, right, is not from you, okay? It is not from you. And you must be brave enough to dispute that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so important. Then, like I say, right, you will expect now till the energy is still going, good energy, the good conjunction energy is still very, very strong. In fact, right, yes, hello. In fact, right, I actually caught the sight of Jupiter. Yeah,
okay.
I took a photo with my phone. And I only saw like a yellowish, you know, light in the sky. So when I took a photo with my phone, I actually saw another white color dot just right beside it. So I sent it to her. Is that Jupiter and Saturn? I said, well, I really, with your eyes, right, your 3D eyes, you cannot see Saturn. But with the camera, I actually caught it. And that moment, you feel so connected, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so nature is perfect.
Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get a glimpse of that, you know, that great conjunction. Yeah, but I watched this live YouTube video where this YouTuber, you know, screened live on this alignment. I mean, it's just so amazing, you know, that we are just part of this cosmic, you know, and in fact we are able to witness this whole you know, cosmic alignment between these two giant planets. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's really magical, you know, to be able to, you know, witness this. Yeah, and plus with the energy that is, you know, where we are into the air sign of Aquarius. So I haven't been able to, I mean, I haven't really read up more, but as of what we have shared earlier on is, you know, things are starting to change.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. Yeah. So always, you know, keep your vibration high. And, you know, when Winnie was sharing all her experience about the negative voices and, you know, things like that, I think she's not alone. No. In fact, I also do have that moment where I really doubt myself. And there were some triggers, you know, that trigger some bad memories about the past, you know, about certain issues. So, but I think the very strange thing is, which I haven't really shared that with you. So, well, sharing this on on live. I, in fact, just yesterday, I had this realization that I have another option towards like, you know, maybe relationship. Okay, let's say, for example, relationship. Okay, so I have another option, you know, rather than, you know, if I keep worrying about the past, will it happen again? And the realization made me realize that the other option is, well, you know, life is, you know, full of challenges, you know, but I do have an option, you know, to, I mean, if really things do happen again, and I have the option to walk away, but with dignity, you know. But I will share this with her privately. Yeah, but yeah, and this realization made me feel like a release of heaviness, you know, because there has been certain issues where I have been thinking about, you know, how should I tackle, you know, because I'm a very solution person. Okay, if I face a problem, I want to tackle that problem. Yeah. So there has been some, you know, issues where I have been, you know, thinking, you know, how to solve this. Yeah. And just yesterday, yeah, the
enlightenment, aha moment,
the aha moment, yeah. So it's really, I'm like, wow, okay, I've never thought of that option that I can, you know, adopt. Yeah. So yeah, and it's really so amazing that we are in this 5D world right now, and everything is just so clear.
I feel that right after moving into the 5D, and apparently when you are kind of like, because what you see now is still everything is very 3D, right? But here, and your spirituality is all in the 5D.
Yeah.
So you will start to like, am I really in the 5D? That kind of thing. But
Don't doubt.
Within you actually can feel it that you're in the 5D, you know. The interesting thing is, then when you know all this, then I get a lot of messages, TikTok or whatever, and it says right in the face, you are in the 5D now. So, I receive it, I know it, yeah. So don't doubt that you are there, because once you start questioning, obviously you're going to drop. Okay, don't let yourself drop.
Yeah.
Now it's very important to focus, because like I say, shadow work is happening. Okay, and what is shadow? Shadow would be really the darkest side of you, that sometimes, especially on the emotional side, that you choose to suppress, to let it sit in the darkest or the deepest corner of wherever it is. Okay, those emotions can hide, and it's so deep, so painful, so dark, that you don't even want to face it, don't want to surface it. Shadow work has been happening for me. Things that happened long time ago. Okay, so much so that, you know, it's supposed to surface out and get rid for good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because I am doing the frontline work now, the dark side keep telling me, hey, you're not worth doing.
Yeah.
You can't do.
They're just
anything.
distracting you
a lot,
from doing
okay,
the
a
good.
lot. Let me tell you what else is scarier. Okay, because spiritually I know where I am, and it has been told. Okay, put it this way, but be assured I am not doing it. I am very clear-minded what I need to do and where I focus. I focus onto the light. Okay, I didn't tell you this as well.
Today a lot of secret revealing.
Okay, I have been because, you know, I go through TikTok a lot, because we have been creating contents, right? So I have been exposed a lot on TikToks about doing curse, and even before that, before I see all those things, right? Because recently there were a lot of situations that happened that I'm kind of like, you know, feeling the anger and whatever with people. Then there's this voice telling me that, you know, because of your spirituality, you are very powerful in doing manifestation. So all you need to do is to curse. You can do it, and the curse will come as immediate as your manifestation.
Yeah.
Seriously, I manifest things really, really fast. Okay, and the voice was telling me, all you need to do is to curse, and you can control everything in your hand. That person is going to suffer, whatever. So
That sounds
it's
so
scary, right?
Scary at the same time. It sounds so tempting, right?
Correct.
Because at the fear of that moment, if you just
You want to get your revenge without getting your hands dirty.
Correct. So if you cannot control your emotion, right, you might just
go for it. Okay. And I know for the fact that for me, so-called my ability, if I want to curse, right, I don't even need to do any ritual. It is as simple as I use this, you know. So because all my manifestation is all here, it's so fast. And then immediately I just dispute that thought and say that, shut up, get lost, you dark side. I'm not entertaining you, okay? See properly, look at my aura, see properly before you talk to me. And then that moment, right, that thought just gone immediately. And I was like, huh, who cares?
It's really like, you know, when we watch cartoon, there's a, you know, angel and
the devil. Really? It was like that.
Bye.
It was like that, no kidding. Then, because it couldn't talk to me, right? TikTok. It literally taught me, or rather say that, you know, you can place a curse. Then I'm swipe, gone.
Yeah.
You are not going to ask me to curse anyone, seriously. And I just think that it's really bad for anyone to think that if you're a spiritual person and you want to teach someone how to make a curse, it shouldn't be, okay? Please, I'm telling you this now because this is not part of what we plan to speak. But this conversation came out. I believe some of us may have been toying with this idea. No curse, okay? Don't try. Stay in a high vibe, all right? Don't suspect someone taking your energy or also whatever, okay? All you need to do is to focus on yourself.
Correct.
Protect your energy. Only think of doing good. That's what the 5D is all about. Being your brother's keeper. Okay? Do good, do good, do good. Community living. Think about that. Don't think about how I'm going to protect myself from people harming me. Those are the 3D things. Get rid of it. Okay? Yeah. So, like we say, do expect that there will be more coming up, but of course, stay in tune with yourself. Don't doubt. Get out of the door, okay? And I just want to also emphasize on the meditation, the guided meditation that is coming up. So, I've been very, very so-called impressed to do this, all right? Channel this message that I need to do this specifically for women, healing for women, emotional healing, okay? So we will be doing through some rituals sort of thing, okay? Nothing religious, trust me, it's not religious, it is consciousness, all right? So we will put it up in our group. We have actually created...
We have started a group.
Yeah.
So it's already posted on our Facebook page. So please click on the link and join us in this closed group so that we can share very detailed information about meditation and the different types of meditation that we have planned.
Yeah.
So please feel free to click on that link. Probably I will share that again later then so that you can, you know, start to join.
So we, both of us, we are, you know, we'll be wondering how come we're doing all this meditation thing. Because firstly, let's not talk about just being passionate. Everybody can be passionate about something, right? Secondly, I would say the very important is that you need to have this as your higher purpose. And for us, it's very obvious that when we created Connected Soul, it is the higher purpose for us to connect with the community for its awakening journey. Okay? And for me, it is very much into the healing side. Okay? For healing, for releasement, and those will be the things that I'll be doing. And for Crystal, she is very much into mindfulness. So she will be also creating some content and also meditation on mindfulness as well. Being mindful is so important because if you can't stay in a mindful state, right, it's very hard to do releasement and healing.
Yeah. True.
So, you know, not all session is going to be like an hour. Yeah, it will be.
We're trying to keep it short and sweet because if you are truly enjoying the session, you know, you can just start to practice that in your personal time and space. And if you want to do it longer, you can also do so, you know, just by simply following what we have taught, you know, in that group session.
let me share with you what are some of the things that I do as well to keep myself high vibe in place. Okay, so obviously on daily basis, please do your energy cleansing. It can be Palo Santo, it can be sage, it can be just selenite, it can be a nature walk, it can be your moon water, whatsoever. Okay, so like I say, moon water. So this is something that we have concoct. Okay, it is moon water. This is good vibe. All right. So what we do is that we harness the moon energy. Okay, and with crystals.
Yeah.
Right here, and also with essential oil. Okay, essential oil is so important. It is consolidation of the nature. Yes, everything in one. Okay.
Yes.
So I myself, right, I'm actually using intention. This one here. All right. So what I'll do, like maybe before meditation, I will focus and set an intention. Then I will say out, and then I'll start spraying on myself or in the space, so that I cleanse the space and also for myself and set myself focus on an intention that I have. All right. It can be something you want to manifest. It can be something to do with your spiritual growth. Anything. Just set the right intention. In fact, right, this one. We've got people who got it from us for business. Sales people especially.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when you want to when you set yourself a goal and you set the intention, you can always use the spray to, sort of enhance that energy.
This one is very interesting. This is unicorn aura.
Yeah.
Okay. It is good for people who wants to ascend or to discover your spirituality in a deeper manner. Okay.
Yeah.
And one day, all right, when you are ready, let us know. We will share with you about unicorns. You'll be like, what are you talking about? You will know.
Yeah.
I get that a lot during the awakening journey. I keep hearing, you will know it when you know it. I'm like, what? Yes, I tell you.
So I think like when I first got to know about the unicorn, and the dragon, So in my initial response was like, huh?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like
They are celestial beings. Okay?
isn't them like just part of the cartoon characters?
Fairy tales, right?
Yeah.
They are celestial beings.
Correct.
Okay? Celestial beings, every one of us have that. Okay, so do read up, and when you are ready, hit us. We will share with you how to do a connection with your celestial beings. Okay, your celestial beings is actually, you can call upon them through here. Everything is very, very powerful here. So you are what you think. If you think the right thing, you manifest high energy things. You are high energetic being. If you always entertain low energy things, you always think of bad stuff happening, it comes. So you are a creator, okay, of your life. And when I talk about your life, right, it is basically your 3D life, and it's also your energetic life as well, okay? So yeah, your soul life as well. So you need to know what you want to create.
Yeah.
Always remember, you are the creator.
Our mind is very powerful. So every thought creates the reality. So always think of the positive side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that we did recently is that we have launched a new series, which is Being Real. Okay. So like we say, right, we share our channel. This channel, we created more of sharing our experience, how we have gone through the journey and what are things that we channel, what are, a lot of really just on experience, and then do some research and application in our life.
Yeah.
So that's what we are doing, okay? Because we don't want to claim and say that, hey, we are professional astrologers or those things. We are not, all right? But so far, I would say messages that we manage to channel, it's really through experience, and there's a lot of accuracy in what the universe wants us to share. Because once you open yourself up as a vessel, to channel messages from the universe, it's not from you. You will know it because of the languages that you write.
Yeah. True.
It's not your typical everyday conversation language, okay? It is like after you channel the message, right? After you type and text or whatever, right? And when you start reading back, it's like, I cannot remember a single thing that I just wrote.
Or you might feel that
since when my English is this good?
Correct, yeah. Since when I can write things like that?
Yeah, so you know that's not you, okay? Believe so. Every one of us have the capability to be a vessel to channel message, all right? It is only whether you allow your third eye to be open. So yeah, once that happens, it is you open up a whole new world. Really, it's quite an exciting new world, I would say.
Correct. So especially when we are in the 3D world right now, so do share your experience. Like we have already shared earlier on how we feel, and how things has changed, and how we have able to sense like the differences between the 3D world and the 5D world. So feel free to share.
5D.
Correct. And I think it's also very important to remember to be grateful
Every day.
Yeah,
really.
And especially it's coming to the end of 2020, so do take some time to to give thanks to everything in your life, and what are the things that you want to achieve in 2021. And just be, I think first of all, just be very thankful first.
I cannot emphasize enough about writing a journal, having a journal and jot down, talking to the universe, or writing down the things that you want to manifest. All right, I want to show you something. This is a gift that I've got from Connected Soul. All right, it is my pendulum board. Okay, so I have been very, very connected with my spirit guide all along. So much so that I know a lot of things about my spirit guide. Okay, for example, I know it's a lady, and I know exactly where she will be. I can feel her presence, that kind of thing. Some of you may know, it's so ridiculous. Are you sure? Is this an energy? Yes, it is. It is what it is. Okay, and so recently I started to feel the need to communicate with her more, not just through meditation only. So there was a point of time I actually contemplating whether I should get a spirit box. Yeah. And I had a very strong feeling. She says no. Not that she doesn't want to communicate with me, because a spirit box, I will also pick up other spirits around. And I know myself, how sensitive I am to the presence of the others.
Yeah.
So then suddenly one day, I've just got this thought about, how about a pendulum? And it has to be, it's not just, those kind of sharp point ones. I can actually just use one of the crystals that I am very connected with. So I did a pendulum for myself. And I literally just took a piece of paper and write down yes, no, maybe, that kind of thing. And that's where we started to do a lot of communication. And it was so amazing. Okay, and having to talk to my spirit guide this closely now, it actually helps me to get through the shadow period that I went through. At least there's someone that you can talk to immediately. Yeah. So, and divine energy as well. So it helps a lot. And I was just reading back my journal earlier, with her, and I told her, you know what? Okay, she gifted me this pendulum board on the 22nd of December.
Yeah, just
2
days ago.
Yeah. So then I read back my journal on the 20th December. Okay, on a Sunday. I just felt the need. I was not feeling too good emotionally. And I just had this very, very strong inclination that the universe is telling me that, in your journal, can you write down things that you are grateful for? So I kept writing and writing and writing, So the last one I wrote, I just read back and I wrote that I'm very thankful for the ability to connect and communicate with my spirit guide. That's all I said. And then Tuesday, I received the board, the present.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
She
literally you
manifested.
manifest things. It can be that simple. Don't always think that manifestation, it has to be the whole world changing, that kind of thing. Look and be detailed with small things as well. Being thankful to small things, greater things will come into your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay? That's simple. That's why I say journaling.
Yeah.
I can't emphasize more.
Do y'all think that we should do like a live session with your
Journal? Okay. Yes, I will do that when I've been asked to do that. All right, because like this morning, I actually did a session with my spirit guide for twin flame and soulmate, no connection kind of situation. All right. So I was just very, very impressed upon that I need to do that. So question. So if you feel there's a need to do that, go and check out my my TikTok channel. Okay. So from time to time, I'm actually going to start doing that because I do feel this is the direction that I've been asked to do. And because I don't want to just do ask a question, yes, no, that kind of thing. I want to channel something that is more realistic, something that will only apply to people who are in that situation. Then you will find my page. Yeah, that's how the spirit leads, right?
Yeah.
So for you, what's exciting coming up? I have to make sure that I online this thing so that she will start doing more. She has been asked to do, but she's like, just hold it first.
I mean, it's very intriguing for me, and especially when I actually custom made that pendulum board for her. Yeah, and I'm quite tempted to want to try, but I don't know. I still have some resistance. Yeah, so maybe that will be like the later part or when I'm ready. But I'm just been thinking of advancing my tarot reading.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have been meddling, trying to play with tarot cards for many years. And there was a period of time where I feel that I want to really go in depth into tarot reading. Yeah. And I got myself tarot cards, the decks and books to to really learn about that. But then I realized that sometimes when we just read the books, right, it's just very technical, right? But the real thing is actually coming from your intuition.
Yep.
Yeah. So when actually recently I start to pick up, try to do some reading again, and I did one random session for my mom, which I've shared with her before. So my mom recently lost her jewelry. Yeah. And she couldn't remember where she placed it. Don't know whether she dropped it when she went out. So then it just came to me that maybe I can do a reading for her. So then I just pick up an oracle deck and just do a very quick one card reading for her. So I shuffled and I asked the spirit to to guide us in this reading, and I lay the decks across the table, and I asked my mom to pick one card. So the card turned out to be you mentioned something like the momentum. The energy is in momentum. Yeah. So like when tarot card, usually most people would refer to the reference book first, right? The guidebook. Yeah, but my intuition is telling me that okay, because the card says the energy is in momentum. So I take it that if she continue to search, she will find it eventually. So I told my mom that don't be too worried, because this card is telling you that the energy is in momentum. So since you're in still in searching for your jewelry, then just continue doing that. And she was
a bit doubtful, right?
A bit doubtful,
yeah.
But she say, well, okay, then she'll just continue to find. And a few hours later on that day, she called me when she reached home, and she told me that she found her jewelry.
And lo and behold, is somewhere that she has already searched, right?
Yes. So
That's
it's really, I mean, for my mom, she was like so ecstatic, and she was like, oh my gosh, your tarot reading is so accurate. I really found my jewelry where I've already searched the drawer for so many times and I couldn't find it. And the moment when it's just there.
And last week as well, we actually used a tarot card to the moon. What's that? What's the card?
Moon.
Moonology, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a moon kind of a oracle deck.
So it was like interesting because the first card that she took out, belief in the impossible.
Oh yes.
And it was so-called something that people will find it very ridiculous and impossible.
Yeah. Okay, because the question was that I was asking about whether I should ask my spirit guide something, right? What was that?
Whether there's an existence.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Yeah. So we were asking about whether, that is there any entity?
Yes,
Yeah.
any entity around.
Yeah, around us. So when when we shuffle the card, and the first card that I drew, it says
Believe in the
believe in the
impossible.
impossible. I'm like, okay. So then came the next thing, which is even more ridiculous, or Okay, so we asked another questions. What did we ask again? Or should we communicate or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Should we communicate or bless energy?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So then I reshuffle my card again. I shuffle so many times, and the card that I took out again, it's the same card.
So much
Believe in the impossible.
So much so she suspected that there is actually more than one card, which is the same. So she went through every single piece to check.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to do that. Yeah. So it's really, it's like out of like,
many cards.
I even asked her like, did I shuffle my card? I remember I did shuffle my card. Yeah. So yeah, I picked the same card twice. So how are you going to explain that?
I used to be very, very skeptical about all this thing because I'm someone who is so super logical. I need science to prove everything.
Yeah.
Then when after my awakening and all those things, right, I realized a lot of things science cannot prove. It is there.
Yeah.
It is there. Okay. Your science cannot supersede intuition. Let me tell you this. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of things, it is there because your intuition tells you so. Yeah. So you need to believe in your intuition. The first feeling that comes up, that is called intuition already. Okay. And then the second thought that comes in, are you sure? That is your logic mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Practice to exercise intuition as much as possible. And you realize, right, your intuition will start to speak louder than your logical mind. Because a lot of times, logic honestly doesn't serve us that well. Okay? So, that's the journey that I learned. And there's a lot of mental clarity now.
Yeah.
Things I need to do, I don't need to do, because with a logic mind, right, I used to think that, okay, I will try. I will still give it a shot and do whatever I can till it's proven cannot be done. Do you know how much time I waste? Seriously. So now I realize, right, if I just follow my intuition and just, okay, no, this is not the way to go. And I just, all right, I'll stop.
Yeah.
And it will really, really, after that, right, prove to me that I'm so thankful I didn't go for it. Yeah, some situation will prove that, oh, thank goodness I didn't go to this place. Or maybe I'll ask very simple, like, oh, should I get out today and do some work at night or whatever.
Yeah.
And then your intuition will say no. And then your logical mind says that, hey, no, but I need to get out to do some business development or whatsoever not. And the next thing, right, within 1 hour, right, it rained heavily. Yeah, it's that simple.
Yeah. So always trust your instinct, trust your intuition, trust your sixth sense.
Correct.
Sometimes the answer is just in your gut. Yeah, your gut feeling, your gut will tell you something.
Okay, the other thing I want to remind everybody, okay, because this is to me the most misconception that anyone can have about opening of third eye. Opening of third eye does not equate to ability to see entities. No, okay? It is only if you have that gift of mediumship and you want to, okay? Even if you have the gift of mediumship, doesn't mean that you need to, because we all have free will. You must understand, we all have free will. There's nothing that the universe will force it down your throat and ask you to take it and swallow it. You're not allowed to spit it out. No, okay? You have the free will to exercise it. You want or you don't want it, okay? So being opening your third eye, it is just really being more intuitive, being able to hear things from the universe, being able to channel it faster. All right. Yes. So because I've heard too many people telling me already, because they all know I'm very intuitive. Okay. Keep telling me, I don't want to connect my open my third eye. I'm very scared. I don't want to see entities. I don't want to see ghosts.
Yeah, in fact, when your third eye is activated, you're actually sharpening your intuition.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're able to see the truth.
You are like having a radar on, You really can sense things very quickly.
Yep.
And also, the other thing, because today is Christmas Eve, so I believe there will be still a lot of celebrations going on. But wherever you are, please remember your social distancing. Okay?
Yes, and stay
so
safe.
we need to get this COVID situation out of the door by 2021. Okay? So I want to say is, while you're protecting yourself in your physical form, do remember to protect yourself in your energetic form as well, okay? You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what the other party's gone through.
Yeah.
So just remember to shield your energy before you meet people, okay?
Yeah. So don't judge, try not to judge others, because you may not know what kind of a situation that the person is in, and
Be always ready to say a blessing.
Correct.
I feel that's so important. Yeah.
And be grateful.
Yes. Okay. So let me see the time.
Well, okay, we shall
Sign off.
yes, sign off.
Oh yes. The third episode of Being Real is coming up. So do watch that, okay? She has done one series which I'm a mom, but my kids are a lot older now. But I seriously empathize what she has gone through, because it made me recollect back my memory of being a mother of young kids, And then there are a lot of things that you just cannot think of yourself. You just need to put yourself being the last person. Yeah, so that's not easy. But I really applaud her for how she actually handled it. Because during when my kids were younger, I think I do kind of like lose my temper quite a fair bit. Maybe not towards them, but...
I think maybe back then you wasn't awakened. So
yeah, correct. So it wasn't towards them, but I know I was very, very short-fused in a way. Or sometimes, I will handle it differently, like, drink alcohol and that kind of thing.
In fact, one thing that I do realize that when you're awakened, right, you are able to...
Take that few seconds,
Correct, yeah.
step back and think.
Correct, yeah.
Maybe.
Because back then, right, if I were to experience certain things that are, can, really make my, blow up my top and things like that, I would just, release my, my anger and things like that. But, when my kids were like so, cranky, because they are sick, and I would just, okay, I'm going to deal with the situation in a very calm manner. Yeah. So
it's not easy. So do look out and follow us on our Facebook, okay, to get a lot more notification of our new posts and a lot more good stuff. Okay, so we're gonna sign off here and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye bye.